camera. Say bye. Have fun.
Say have fun game hunting.
Have fun game hunting.
See you guys later. Oh, there's a car waiting for us. Today's a special day because we're going to a toy store called Cape and Cowl, which is right in our backyards. And something that's really cool is I have never been there.
So I'm taking care of this toy store I always check out. I don't know why. They always have Resident Evil toys, Mega Man.
Ricky's been talking about this place for a while. I'm finally getting a chance to go, so I'm really excited, but also a little nervous because we didn't call before and we have no idea even if they're gonna let us film, so let's go.
Never make a killing. What's it work? Working for a living.
So we get in the store and right away, I'm loving this place. It's clean, it's organized. The guys let us film right away and they were super, super nice people. The guys were talkative, they wanted to engage with us, didn't even know we had a show, they didn't care.
So when we walk in, we find a Ghost Rider toy. I always loved Ghost Riders. This is actually one of my favorite Marvel characters. It's one of those, like, I don't know, dark characters, but it's actually pretty cool. I love Ghost Rider, but the only thing that blew is the movie. Nicolas Cage is a superhero. I just can't find myself to buy this toy. It's pretty sick though, I'm not gonna lie. Except for Kick-Ass, he was awesome in that. Good job, Nicolas Cage. This one, that's amazing. I haven't wanted that toy anymore. Sorry, Nicholas.
First thing I see is a Bart Simpson. I know I talked about Bart last time, but super cool little Bart figurine.
I will buy this Batman and that's it.
Bart Simpson again.
This one. You want to buy
$3
Yes.
for Bart Simpson's figurine. Also is questioning if he's actually missing a piece because of his arm is like this, but there's nothing in it. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be holding something in this though. His hand's kind of tilted out, but it doesn't look like his hand's gripped big enough to be actually holding something. So it might be an incomplete toy, but for $3, it's not really a complainable. Just pick it up if you feel a little bit of an urge, and I felt that urge, so I got it.
So we go to the corner and they actually have some toys. I actually used to have a little Bret the Hitman Hart. That's awesome. This is like back when I used to love WWE. WWF. Bret the Hitman Hart. Guy in all pink. I don't know how he was the coolest, but he was pretty cool. Him and Ultimate Warrior. Dude, it's Bret the Hitman Hart. I mean, today it's kind of lame because I guess he wears pink, but back in the day, pink was it.
There's nothing wrong with pink. Ricky and I both wear pink pants. We always do. I think pink's like back in. I don't know what Ricky's talking about.
They're two best ones actually.
You kidding me? How could I not get this? Churro scented car freshener. Man, the churros are just popping up everywhere now. Or maybe they're always there, I just never noticed it.
I mean, at this point we're seeing Bucky O'Hare, we're seeing Ninja Turtles, we're seeing some Resident Evil, we're seeing video game stuff like Mario, we're seeing basically anything you can think of that has any sort of nostalgia value or anything that's even new and cool. They have it, and I run across something that I was a little bit skeptical of even wanting to look at, but it was a Bionic Commando figurine. I actually tried to like go for it and like beat the game and like just because I'm such a big fan of Bionic Commando. Do you like Bionic Commando? And,
so you had to like convince yourself, me in denial, like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a piece of like, oh, that's terrible.
So this is a little hard for me to be interested in because it is the newer Bionic Commando, the one that came out like on the Xbox 360, the PS3. Now I will say I did give this game a chance. I played it almost, I'd say 90% through. I think I had to force myself to like the game. I didn't hate it. I would say my heart was like 78% into the game. I mean, the NES 8-bit version is something that I would have died to have.
You pull it out, and then you get the... Well, of course, the finger's already falling off this one.
Dude, he's like tanned up. You see that?
It's rusted out, man. Totally rusted out.
What's up with the dreadlocks?
But then you get the joy of twisting this thing back up. So I'm like... leave it as it is. There you go. Enjoy. $1,000 or something crazy like that. Crack it open, have some fun with it, mess around with it.
So are you guys like solid on $10 on this guy? The newer one at $10 was a price I feel like I can afford.
Give me $5 for that thing.
I'll take 5 for it just for the fact that it's Bionic Commando. But when I asked the guy, he said he would do it for $5. Now you do have to wind your claw back in, which is kind of lame. Pretty stupid if you ask me. Well,
you gotta wind it back up yourself.
How's the wind? What is it? This guy right here? Is it that?
Yeah.
That's what you actually have to wind?
You gotta get your little tweezers out.
Are you serious? Well, tune in next week. But for $5 for a toy this detailed, I will say the toy itself was nicer than the actual PS3 or Xbox 360 version of the game, but I'm getting it. It's Bionic Commando, so hate me if you want, but I'm right on this one. That's great.
It's a work in progress right there.
I'll get there eventually.
The new Bionic Commando, everyone said it was bad, so I didn't try it.
Let's dance. Oh.
Alright, so we're in there, and at the corner of my eye, I see this Akuma way at the top. Actually, I think Aaron spots it.
When I saw Akuma in this little spot in the store, I was like, Ricky, you gotta get this. I know I'm a Street Fighter fan, but Ricky's more like the Street Fighter guy. So Ricky heads over there.
You think you can see that Akuma?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, man.
It's like a little super deformed resource one they did back in the day.
Yes.
Akuma Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Dude, this thing's sick. Anything Street Fighter like that, it's pretty sick. I love Akuma. Akuma's just one of those characters. It's like Ryu and Ken. You love using him. Yeah.
They did like this whole series of figures. I think I might have some in there right now. So it was like the first time they did like good Street Fighter figures, but they did like this whole super deformed set because that was all the rage apparently. So I got some.
The guy shows it to me, then I kind of see Ryu in the glass. That Ryu though, that's sick.
Yeah, same company made them.
Yeah.
They're actually really nicely done. They don't move for. They look nice.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm like, oh man, I really want it.
How much is that Ryu?
Same price as this one, 20?
Is it?
Yeah. The guy tries to make a deal with me, which is dude, it's a great deal. But, you know, we're saving up for a lot of conventions, so.
Give me $15 for yours.
Huh?
Give me 15 for you and yours.
Sweet. Thanks, man.
I see Ricky start to get kind of flustered because he offers him a good price. I think 2 of the figures for $30 as opposed to the normal would have been like $40. So I could see Ricky kind of like getting nervous, like, oh God, I don't want to spend a lot of money. Even though it's not a lot, we are going to conventions and we got a lot to pay for.
Oh, you guys have awesome stuff. I love the Bucky characters you guys have over there. I never see anyone like with Bucky stuff. Like, what, the Bucky O'Hare?
Oh, you always get them in. You buy a collection of Ninja Turtles, there's always a couple Bucky O'Hare guys in there.
I can only afford one, and so he still knocks down the price on the Ryu, which was really cool of him.
That's like Player 2 gray version.
Nice. Dude, Street Fighter, anything Street Fighter, Capcom, SNK, all that kind of stuff, it's golden. I love those toys. It's just something about them. I think the best thing is, it's just the little stand. It comes with the stand. Something sweet. It's cool.
So Ricky ends up settling on $15 instead of $20 for the Ryu, or Ryu, whatever you want to say. I don't really care. But that's a really good deal. I got a little bit jealous because that Ryu was pretty darn perfect.
Just look at that. It's like looking into the mirror of myself.
Definitely not.
What?
I guess good job, Ricky. I'm proud of him, I guess. Oh, I guess. Ricky! So while we're perusing around, I happen to see
That the one shooting the little fireball.
Oh yeah.
A little Mario in the corner, which is kind of overrated at this point. We see too many little Mario toys everywhere we go. But I noticed this one was only $3.
Look at this Mario. Aaron calls me over and then shows me this little, tiny little Mario, but I've never seen one spitting out the ball like that, like the little fireball. And so the guy gets it for us. We kind of check it out. It's pretty cool. I love the oddball stuff like that. It was more of a vintage style Mario. It wasn't, you know, your typical little Mario that you see everywhere that kind of looks the same, kind of the GameCube era Mario. This looked a little more beat up, a little more weird, which in my brain triggers that this is going to be something a little more unusual and probably pre-1990. Then I try to look at the date, but it's so like, you know, the old paint. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty sick. I'm trying to read it. It's like so painted over, you're just looking and it says 89, so when it's 89. 89? Dude, this thing's almost as old as I am. You know what? Anything that old, I love to pick up just because you're not gonna find it just anywhere. It's places like this you'll find it at. So I had to pick it up. It makes it that much cooler.
Cape and Cowl is a place that we're definitely going to go back to.
I'm glad we found this place because it's awesome. It's got toys that you'll never see anywhere else.
I could definitely, I've definitely been hoping for that, for him to make a comeback, a good one, and Blaster.
Well, this killed the franchise.
Yeah.
It's got to sleep for another 20 years.
Yeah, it has a hardcore following in the
yeah.
NES world, and also Blaster Master, I'm hoping to make a real comeback. So these people were super welcoming. We're just excited to see these guys again. We're excited to like plan something there and have some trade bait with us.
It's so great to have toys, just random Bucky, you got Street Fighter. They always have great stuff. It's like a
Cape and Cowl, we're coming back. So if you guys saw one of my last videos, my update video, you guys know my computer crapped out. I had to put my games, like 60 or so NES games of mine, for sale on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook, paging through, and I see an update from Aaron. It's a pretty lengthy update. So naturally I'm kind of like, well, you know, what's Aaron writing about? I know that his computer crapped out. Here he is listing all of these games, like this huge list of Nintendo games for sale.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
So I start going through the games, making a list, looking at my games list, and realizing there are a ton of games here that I'm going to want to buy. And thinking, how much is this going to be?
I get a text message from Jer.
I shoot Aaron a text message.
You want to hook him up, but you almost don't want to hook him up too much because then you lose a little bit. So I have Jer. I say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of busy right now.
And he comes back to me and just says, look, I trust you. Just make me an offer.
Just go online, I'll trust you, and price chart these things and kind of let me know the average price.
And it comes out to about $450. So I shoot Aaron a text message back and I say, look.
It ended up being around $450 or so.
Market value based on price charting is about $450. So, you know, what do you want to do? And he comes back again and just says, look, I totally trust you, shoot me an offer. So I tried to split the difference.
So Jer basically shoots me an offer for $350, and I respond,
no.
No.
So I'm immediately thinking, oh man, I just lowballed my friend. Like, this could be a little bit awkward. In reality, he actually comes back and makes a lower offer for the games. And I wrote him back immediately and said, hey man, you're bargaining against yourself. And he said, I know, but we're friends.
Really? You guys are friends?
Yes! Alright, let's go to the ground for this. Oh, I love how I accidentally put this in here. This is... So we meet up for our usual guys night on Tuesday nights. We figure this is the best night to do it since we're hanging out anyways. So I bring over this box, and I gotta say, when I took over the box of NES games, that's when it kind of hit me like, oh crap. We started digging through these games, and Ricky and I kind of just glanced over at each other like, oh man, it's not that these games are super rare. I know you did the list, but I brought all of them.
Okay.
So I don't know if we should like pull out the list just so we can know like what you actually picked.
Totally. Yeah.
Because out of all, it's not the stuff that you're gonna go and see that you see every day now. And with the uncommonness word getting thrown around a lot, this is definitely a whole big loot of those games. So kind of happy for Jer in that sense.
I am super excited. There are a bunch of games in here that I do not run into at the swap meets. I am adding a ton of games to my collection that I've been looking for, honestly, for years now in some cases. This is a really, really good deal.
Let's see if he notices if I take these out. I want these.
So just start reading off the list.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Let's start here. Mendel Palace.
Mendel Palace, game number 1. Right here. Dun, 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 dun. Hudson Soft Mendel Palace with, I never realized how creepy the cover art is. Look at this.
That is really, yeah, that's actually really creepy.
Hudson Soft game, never played this. Alright, let's keep it going.
Next one, Rescue Embassy Mission.
Boom.
Bam, alright.
That's a really cool game.
Is it? I've never played it.
There's like 4 different game types in it, like a first-person shooter type sniper game.
Really?
And then you go to like a weird side-scrolling. It's actually an interesting game, and it's not that bad.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Next one's 1942.
I'm not gonna lie, it hit me like halfway through when I was looking at the label conditions. I'm a collector, and sad to say, a lot of us don't play our games that often, so I forgot like how perfect condition half of these labels were. Almost 90% of the games he got were literally mint condition labels with 0 tear or wear or anything like that. Although the games are untested, truthfully.
And the truth shall set you free!
Yeah, what we're going to do is any game that Jared can't find, because I might have left 1 or 2 at home, we'll gladly open up Ricky's game room. And Ricky, as a part of the show, I'm sure he understands by now that we're a team, so we would
sacrifices must be made.
And this is already a
the show must go on.
The show must go on. I mean, this is the best way to do it in reality. You think the games are staying in the show technically, and the money's going towards keeping the show going.
That's right.
So it's just Ricky needs to do it. It's gonna, that way it's full circle for the whole group.
That's right.
Yeah.
I quit.
I quit.
What's next?
Flintstones. Unfortunately, not the Flintstones.
But still, I think they've gone up a little in price. This one too.
I think Flintstones has gone up a little bit. So I'm going through my list of games, and I call a couple of them off, and all of a sudden gets quiet. I think it was Flintstones and Puss in Boots, and both Aaron and Ricky got a little bit quiet, and I start to notice that they're not helping me look for them. Exciting part. What's the deal? You know, what's going on, guys? And Aaron is like...
So I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Aaron bring in this box, there was a lot of games I didn't have. Like Puss in Boots, I really wanted, and the Flintstones. I've been asking Aaron that one for a while. I've been asking him if he, you know, trade it. But one thing led to another, and we just never did.
I know Ricky's been trying to get these games for a while, but it's hard to want to give games to Ricky in all honesty. When you go to Ricky's house every Tuesday night, it's like almost embarrassing for my game room how much good stuff he has. Yeah, we have like the same amount of games, but his are worth like 10 times more, so...
So, you know what? I grabbed him out of the pile. If he doesn't notice them, no big deal.
Why don't you ask Ricky where Flintstones is?
Why don't you ask Ricky?
Ricky, where is the Flintstones game?
I don't know. behind that couch over there?
It's classic Ricky.
I kind of held up for Jer. I'm sorry.
I've been reading some of the comments on YouTube, and there have been some people saying, I'm the new 8-bit Eric. Secondly, I'm not the new 8-bit Eric. I just caught Ricky slipping on a couple of really good games.
All those times.
No.
That's slipping, dude.
No, it's not.
You didn't pick it up when you should have. I consider that slipping.
I disagree that I should have.
$10 Xbox Halo.
Yeah. No, I've seen it on Craigslist complete with all the cords in for 20.
Wow. Was this 1993?
No, this was like a couple of months ago. Man, I'm super happy with this deal. How could I not be happy with this deal? Take that, Ricky.
There.
What is Ricky's deal? Why is he always trying to undercut me, one-up me? Is he really that threatened by me?
But to be fair, I asked first if you were done.
No, you did. That's totally true. And I was legitimately done.
He's all bitter. I'm like, hey Chief, would you take 10 for that? He's like, yeah. Like, all right. So thanks, Jer. Jer goes in there, butters him up for me, and leaves, and I just go in there and swoop it. $10 for Halo Edition Xbox.
I think what we need to do is figure out a better way to work as a team to negotiate down the prices, and then you come in with your
Dude, that was
Spanish
awesome.
And like secure the final discount.
Dude, I would have never gotten Halo for $10.
It's all a ploy. It's all a ploy.
So stupid me is like getting excited inside my head. I'm like, man, I'm selling these games, but this is actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna get money. And then like 5 minutes later, I realized this is stupid. My money's just going to like a Mac repair shop just to repair my stupid computer so you guys can watch this video.
And don't come back again.
That just shows how much we care about you guys. Enough to sell games. What the frick? Stupid Ricky had it right, not being about friends. It should be all about games.
I already told you guys. It's not about the friendships, it's about the games. What do I care about Aaron and Jer?
Darn it. I've made a mistake.